Hello there, it's Alexander Turnbull from René of Paris. How are you all? Today I have got my very good friend Pinky. She is a celebrity stylist in Hollywood and she's great. You know, we really love her. She's a massive advocate for the wigs. She has been wearing my pieces. She's been wearing a lot of other pieces. She's been using a lot of different things on set now for a long time. So when she joins us, I'll be able to have a little chat with her and let her tell you a little bit about her story and what it actually is for her to be a stylist that works with wigs and how that she has used them, you know, within salons, and how that journey of using wigs has gone into, you know, TV, movie and film. Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very good. So obviously being in lockdown for you as a person that I know and a stylist and somebody that's very out there and very vivacious and used to being going out, you know, not just working but socializing and stuff. How has that affected you?
It's been a little rough, I won't lie. I mean, for me, I've always tried to stay really positive, and now luckily we have all these cool things like Facebook, Instagram, live videos, Zoom. So I've been keeping myself really busy with that. Getting education out there, I feel like, has been the #1 thing for everybody in this tragic time, that we've been able to connect and really get involved with each other and kind of reunite the stylists together. That's one thing that I feel that's actually been really positive that's come through this. Yeah, we're all going through a rough time. Yeah, we're all not making any money. We missed the salon. But I mean, the amount of responses and things that I've gotten from students or people doing hair for 20 years, or even my clients, you know, have been such a reward, you know, for all of us to, you know, just kind of unite together and see how great things have been going. Yeah. How about you?
Well, I mean, I'm back in the UK now, so it was crazy. It was one of those things that I was kind of in disbelief of what was going on, and I was like, you know what, it'd be okay. And my wife and my kids were still here in the UK, so I got one of the last flights out. But you know, I'm lucky. I'm very blessed. I'm able to spend time with my kids, and you know, I'm doing a lot of work at the moment. You know, I'm working remotely, so my work has changed. But I've been, you know, most guys in England, they have a shed or a garage that's full of tools. I have a shed and garage that's full of hairbrushes and wigs and all things like that. So I've been going in the garage and remaking and reshaping and you know, just doing different things. And I know that your business has, in one side, has not been doing what you usually did, but on the wig side has really increased. And, you know, I've had a lot of interest with salons, dying to get into the wig business, dying to use toppers, seeing how popular it's become. And so that has kept me very busy. Even being in the UK, I can talk to everyone that I need to talk to, and I'm seeing such a positive vibe from, you know, from people's response to the wigs in lockdown, because people aren't going to the salons, but they are having their Zoom parties and they're having birthday parties and anniversaries, and these things don't stop. And I'd like to hear your take on that, because I know that you've been pretty busy with clients with wigs and toppers, right?
Yeah, definitely. So for me, it's been a little crazy because my predominant business was hair extensions. A lot of people know me as extensions, whether I'm teaching extensions or doing them on my clients, or even wearing them myself. I mean, my hair desperately needs you, by the way. So I haven't had any cut or anything since Alexander did it the last time, you know, so it's been a little hard for me and for my clients, you know. And so I started saying to my clients, you know, a lot of people are doing these color kits and things like that. And I said, you know, well, I've been playing a lot with these wigs. I was already using them before in the past, not even realizing where they had all come from. So with all of our conversations with René of Paris and everything going on, I've been a lot more educated about it, and it's made me feel a lot more confident to be able to suggest these things to my clients, because they're, in reality, they're people, you know, they're not hairstylists. They need to be able to still feel confident about themselves and be able to just kind of put it on and go, you know, especially like I said, with my business being predominantly hair extensions, it's been really, really difficult because of that fact. I can't touch their hair. I can't maintenance them. So I suggested everybody to take their hair out. What's happening? Everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, my hair, it's so thin. They're not used to it. They've been wearing it for years. So I've been getting them some wigs, whether they're the Alexander Collection or, you know, René Paris. They've all been working so great and so fantastic. And my clients usually aren't wig wearers. And they're automatically like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. I can just put it on, kind of go. It's not the same, but it's working, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of people think of wigs as just, oh, it's something that's going to be somebody that's either like losing hair.
I'll let you answer this one, please, Pinky. Do a lot of celebrities wear wigs? And if they do wear wigs, why can't we tell?
Well, there is a lot of celebrities that wear wigs, okay? There's no way, if you see them in these ads, that they went from blonde to black to red. I mean, in reality, as hairstylists, we know how much work one that would be and what the toll would take on the hair. My experience, okay, back in the past, before I met everybody at Aderans Hair Goods, okay, understanding what wigs was what collection, I was buying these wigs for celebrities all the time, you know. I have a couple different scenarios or before and after pictures. If anybody's interested in DMing me after the chat, I would be more than happy to share them with you. But going into that, it's all in the way that these wigs set on the head. They look so realistic that it's like a night and day difference on just buying some other wig you can just get at some wig shop or in some alley somewhere, or even ordering it online. These are top quality, real wigs, either human hair or non-human hair, you know? Yeah. So Alexander is a little bit more on the expert on the different qualities, the heat settings, how you can wash them, that type of thing. I'm more the stylist. Give me that wig, I'll put it on, and I'll kind of do my own styling, which also we can teach you guys too, if there's any other stylists that are interested in that too. You know, obviously those are all take classes and things, but not everybody can just put a wig and style it, but every client can put a wig on if it's already pre-styled, you know, and I feel like that's where a lot of stylists can think about it that way. That's how I'm actually making extra money. I'm doing a Zoom consultation with my clients. I'm understanding what their needs are, the shape of their head, you know what I mean? And what's wearable for them, what kind of colors, you know what I mean? I had one client, for instance, just call me about a week ago. And she said, she's platinum blonde, okay? She shows me this picture and it's purple. Yeah. I said, oh my gosh, please don't do this to your hair. Let's do wigs, you know? She's instantly on the René Paris page. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. And I'm like, think about it this way. It's endless. Now you can have all these looks, be able to try it out. And if you like it, then you can rock it. If you feel like later down the line, when the quarantine and things like that are over, and this is what you really want, then we can change you around. But don't be trying to do this yourself at home, you know? Well,
I mean, you've hit a good point there because, you know, I mean, I've been a stylist for, you know, well over 20 years now. And even with people that I've been doing for 20 years, doing a color on these guys, and the toner wouldn't always go 100% right every time. And I mean, the beauty of our wigs is, you know, they are synthetic. We do human hair as well, but, you know, the majority of what we do is the best synthetic fiber in the world. We have our own factory anyway, so, you know, we can't be matched. And our colours are the same every time. So I think you've really hit the nail on the head there. I think if you are somebody that enjoys experimenting with colour and you don't want to go the whole hog and then necessarily regret it, wigs are such a great choice for colour placement. And, you know, I mean, I've got my other half here, Emma, she's out of shots at the moment. And, you know, she likes partying and likes doing all these different things. She has long blonde hair. And the amount of times that, you know, that she has been going to a do in London and said, you know what, I want a purple bob, or I want it really dark and curly, or something completely different. we got that kind of option. And anyway, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here, Pinky. I'm going to answer a couple of questions. And
Okay.
This is why I was actually going to put you on the spot. So, Pinky, do you ever change your signature look by changing it up with a wig? Well, funny enough, thank you for the question.
Yes.
There's actually this wig here in the background is one of my favorites. Now it's from my range. I did design this. This is Angela in Mochaccino R. It's absolutely beautiful. The colour's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. The shine coming off that is amazing. And that's obviously, I do have the ring light on as well. Now, I'll tell you a little story about an Angela. I actually, I gave you an Angela, didn't I, Pinky?
You sure did. I actually have her sitting right here.
And I'm going to ask you to put it on. What do you think?
I think we can definitely make that happen.
Okay.
We'll definitely give them a look, because this is great for me actually sometimes, because I do live in Hollywood. I run into a lot of people. This is great for me to go out to the grocery store. Nobody will recognize me at all.
Great.
I love to have fun with wigs, you know. I've been pink for, well, over 10 years. Let's just put it that way. Through quarantine, you can see I have major roots going on. I don't really want to process my hair if there's no reason, but my hair is like permanently pink now, okay, after all this time. So having fun with these wigs. Alexander, funny story. When we first started hanging out, he was like, I'm going to get you this wig. It's part of my collection. It's part of the Alexander collection. It's absolutely amazing. This same wig, go to find out, is one of my other celebrities' top favorite wigs that I was already buying from another beauty supply store. Yeah. And I said, no way. I love this wig. This is amazing. I've been spending hundreds of dollars, da, 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 da. So think about it this way too, as a stylist. You know, we're used to being able to mark things up, sell them to our clients. Clients are okay with that. It's all in the consultation. If you have to custom color, things like that, make this a new service to your salon, okay? It's a new service to your client. It's something fun they can have with, whether they're having fun with it, they're having hair issues, they're like me, they can't do their roots, or they want to hide and go to the grocery store, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, normally I put a wig cap and all this if I'm going to wear it out, but I just want to show everybody how pretty simple this is. I'm going to put like a high bun right here on the top crown of my head. So this way it will kind of give me that little extra volume right here, and then leave everything else flat. My hair is naturally pretty blonde, so it's pretty easy to work with. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on here, hold this on, bring it down, all my hair in.
You've done that before.
You think so?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Once or twice, yeah. I mean, I've been doing hair a long time and been doing wigs. But, I mean, honestly, it's the way that this wig, it fits your head, like, perfectly, you know?
I think we need to explain that obviously this is an Angela, and that's an Angela, and that's a Bob. And as I explained this to everybody out there, that this is, obviously I am a trained stylist, and cutting any wigs or anything like that is pretty much, you know, be a trained stylist, be a trained professional, or come on a class, which will be coming later in the year. And I cut this into an inverted bob for Pinky, as you can see.
I know, it looks so good. And she's been sitting in a box, you know, but like you can see like the angle, the way Alexander cut this whole style in, it just flows so nicely. Even like I said, without even having it sit on a wig stand. I mean, the colors complement me. This would be like my natural hair color.
Yeah.
What do you
So,
guys think? Do I look like a different person?
You look gorgeous, but I always think that anyway. So can you send some hearts out there, guys, if you think that Pinky looks great? Cool. I want to see these hearts going. So I just want to comment on a couple of different things there. We've had a comment from somebody that's saying that they want a bit of help and they're suffering with alopecia. You know, feel free to direct message me you know, I am part of René of Paris. You know, my handle is Alexander J. Turnbull. Or message into the René of Paris site, and I'll help you with whatever I possibly can. And we'll point you in the right direction to pick one of the pieces up. And we had another lovely comment just from somebody that's saying, thank you for not making it a taboo subject anymore. I mean, you know, a little bit about my background story with that. And I started doing wigs by default. I always did wigs for celebrities. I did them for photo shoots. I'm a session stylist, so I do them for, you know, catwalks or TV or this, that, and the other. And after a friend became poorly and she wasn't very well, I did a wig for her, and the rest is history. I realized the power. We're getting lots of hearts now. I realized the power of what I did made somebody feel so good. So, and then so whether it's medically or fashion or somebody wanting a different look, we have the power as stylists and wig shop owners to really give somebody the power and the femininity and that strength, because you can't tell you're wearing a wig, Pinky. You look gorgeous,
right?
And it's all about.
I can
right,
literally,
right?
It looks flawless, you know. And like I said, I don't even have a wig cap on. I didn't glue this down. I mean, you see all this stuff now, especially during quarantine. Everybody's doing wigs now. You can see them with the lace that's like hanging down their face. They got all this glue cutting. Okay, think about it this way. Do you think a client is going to do that? No way. They're going to come back and they're going to have bangs on their real hair, because when they're cutting that lace, they're not realizing that their real hair is underneath. These are prefabricated to just be like boom, boom, ready to go, you know?
Yeah.
And then back to
the thing.
My quarantine hair.
I like your quarantine hair. At least roots are fashionable. You've picked a very good time to be locked down. So
totally, like, that's how everybody looks, though, you know. I mean, some of my clients were already overdue. Those poor girls, they're like way down here, you know.
So I'm just going to answer a couple of questions here.
Okay.
So one of which, do you need to glue down the lace on an ROP, which is René of Paris wig, which covers my range and Noriko's and all of that? The answer is no. You know, you shouldn't be gluing them down. There's some very good and some very misleading videos on Instagram of a lot of the ladies gluing the wigs to their heads. I mean, as you know, Pinky, I am a trichologist as well. And the amount of people I've seen never recover from having bald patches from here and here, because the wig gets glued on, it gets pulled off, it takes the root of the hair out, and every time it damages this, it damages.
Yeah, especially because they already have fine hairlines. Like, see my hairline? I already have this little baby hair. I have a problem. I had thyroid problems. I was taking medication, so I lost a lot of my hair, you know, which we can do later. We could talk about some toppers, because they have those too for people that maybe just want it just in the front. That could be on another subject. But, you know, for me, those are great because they're human hair. I can custom color them into pink or something like that. If you guys want to have more information, just DM us. But that helps a lot too in here. Or when I'm just putting the wig on, you know, I can just sleek my hair right back into it. I don't have to braid everything down. I don't have to cornrow my hair super tight. I mean, unless somebody already has really thick, long hair and I need to hide it somehow. But if they have fine hair, there's no reason to do all that. You know, it should be real simple. It's the same thing like this. This is an Alexander's wig here to the Angela. You can see in the inside, this is all breathable mesh here. This is, so it's going to help so it doesn't slide out. You know, you have nice netting in here. Everything is nice and thick and full. So, you know, when you have your hair like this is a huge thing for us when we're on set, okay? If the wig, you can see the tracks through the back, okay? You're going to see that through the camera. The nice thing about the Alexander Collection and the René of Paris and all of this is anytime, green screen or whatever, I can put that on, tease it up a little bit, and it's like, boom, flawless. And a
Yeah.
lot of times I'm having to change them from this look to that look to this look to that look. And it's so quick and so easy. If I already have them have a wig cap on, I can take them from one look to the next look, you know? So and having fun looks too, you know? We're not all just regular styles. Because
no.
like I have this fun one here.
Well, I've got one in mind, which I actually got sent over from the States the other day, and immediately I started thinking of you. Even though it's not pink, but I've seen you in a few of the blues, and they look great. So this is the Havana that I'm going to pull out here, which is just beautiful. And I've got this in Melted Ocean. We've actually had a very famous celebrity lady that on our Instagram post herself in this and looks absolutely stunning. So this one is just really cool. Now this is something
that's awesome.
It's not for the faint-hearted. This comes in a lot of different colors, but you know what? It's amazing. Now I'm trying to answer this question here. So we have a lady who had as a teen a condition which I don't know if I can fully pronounce, but I know what it is. The condition is basically where you kind of almost can't stop pulling at your own hair. Let me just. This is a really important question, so I want to get to the bottom of this. And she's got oh, bless you. Yeah. It's generally quite. This is a trichology question. It's generally stress related. And you kind of pull at your hair and you create bald patches and stuff. And she'd like to know what to wear, and this area is on her crown. My question would be to answer you, and it's a lady called Angela. If you fully stopped pulling at your hair and you've stopped the condition, then I would maybe go for one of our toppers. Now, our toppers, we have the discreet toppers, we have the tiny little toppers. If you're saying you've got an area just in the crown, that will be absolutely ideal. We can blend that in. But if you'd like to direct me, DM me personally, Alexander J. Turnbull. I will speak to you and I'll tell you what products we have. And thank you for your honesty and being so open, because I know that can be stress related and quite traumatic, but we have a lot of products for that. And just why I'm touching on that, you know, there is no reason in a million years for any form of hair loss to make you not feel feminine or not feel gorgeous or not feel whatever. Yeah. We are all gorgeous, but we're only gorgeous when we feel our best. And that doesn't matter if you're 8 years old or you're 88 years old or you're 98 years old, whatever. And for me, the power of being a wig specialist, especially my salon in the UK, when I could see somebody leave, come in with, you know, not feeling great and leave feeling amazing, that is the biggest reward in the world for me. And then on the fashion side of things, you know, I've been working in that industry for a long time, so I love the fun of that. Listen, guys, I'm just going to show you this Havana. I mean, how fabulous is that?
I love her.
I love that. I almost want to pop it through the screen for you to put on.
Now, this is the thing, a lot of people, and I've even gotten myself overwhelmed. Now, how many colors come in that same style?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Oh, my word. About 20 different colors.
Right. And it's such a cute style. It's so popular right now. That wave with, you know, that lob haircut. It's like everything with the ombre. It's really pretty. But that's one thing I didn't realize, is that same style comes in so many different colors that it completely almost changes the look depending on the color that it is, you know? Sure. Same thing with the Angela, and which one I have here is my favorite, okay? This is the Riley Pastel Rainbow R. This is the same wig that I'm wearing in the picture that's posted on our Instagram for us talking about the live. So the promotional picture that we posted right before the live. This is the same wig that I was wearing. I was bored and we were playing around and I was like, oh my God, I love being a blonde pastel. So
do you realize, Pinky, you actually take on so many different personalities with whatever you actually put on?
I kind of do. I was like, my whole, you know, demeanor changes. my voice changes. I start getting an accent sometimes.
I mean, that last one.
You never know what's going to come out.
You went from rock and roll to regal in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, this one's really nice because you can see it does have the lace in here. So because of that, I can part it whether I want it parted to the side. I can part her down the middle. Just kind of depends on which part that you want to do. So that's really nice. I have a lot of clients that are worried, like you guys were asking too, on, you know, how do we make it look so real? But like when you look in here and you look at the scalp, look at that. Look how amazing, look how well made that is.
Yeah. And with a lot of my clients that were necessarily going through you know, going through either having alopecia or going through chemotherapy, I often would say, look, let's get you a rooted wig. I mean, right now we do a lot of the LRs, which stand for a long root, which is a stretch root kind of ombre, which are very, very on trend. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, having a root on the piece, you know, not many people have the hair that coloured that often that there's not even the tiniest of roots, and that looks great. You actually look like a modern day Veronica Lake in that, Pinky.
Oh, why? Thank you.
So listen, I'm gonna not wanting to bring it to too much of a close, but I want to answer a few questions, and then I want to just get a little bit more from you, Pinky, before we go. So, how many wigs are there? The answer to your question is we have absolutely tons and tons and tons and tons of wigs. Please go on our website and have a look. Are you ever a bit worried about people telling it's a wig over your real hair? The answer to the question is no, because if you see the right wig shop with trained professionals in there, or you see the right stylist that has been taught by us, then they will guide you through the process and you will get something that's ideal. Like, for instance, looking at Pinky with this rooted wig here, I love seeing you with the root because it's more realistic, right? And the root's a little bit more on trend.
See, this is like it kind of, I pulled it around to the side. I mean, like I said, I don't even have a wig cap on. I can kind of pull this piece down a little. Like, look at,
can we see the inside of it?
Oh, I can tuck it behind my ear. Like, you can see, like I said, how realistic. I'm trying to get up close so they can really see in on this style. But almost all of them are this way. It doesn't really matter which style I pick, whether it's the Alexander Collection, René Paris, the Orchid Collection. I mean, they all blend very well, okay? The Noriko wig was probably the one that I was used to buying most of the time. This one, a lot of people are familiar with this brand, which I loved. But now that I've tried the other ones, it's like a toss-up. You know, there's so many. It's like, this one is René Paris, and then the one I had on before was the Alexander Collection. I tend to go a lot with these because they tend to have the more rooted look and more of the varieties of the colors that I can customize with my clientele. Now, not every clientele, every stylist, every person is different. That's why I feel like it's really important for stylists to really get more involved in understanding how many different styles they are, what different colors, so you guys can give your clients the right and proper consultation. And, you know, you guys can charge for that. That's an extra thing you guys can be doing, you know, during this tragedy, where you guys can make some extra revenue and giving your clients great quality, you know.
So, Pinky, I've had a question for you there. And the question is, can the lady see the inside of that wig?
Sure.
And bear with me, everybody, because I keep having to go close to the screen to read these questions. But and anyone out there, if I don't answer any of these questions, please direct message us. We will get back to you. Are there?
Can everybody see that? See how it's all the wefting here. And you guys can see that this has the lace but it's already all pre-cut.
Yeah.
So right in here, you can see all of this where it lifts from the lace. It's very natural looking.
So I've had a question from a lady talking who's got full alopecia there, and she wants to know about the caps and enjoying the fact that the lace fronts versus silicone strips, liking the illusion of the lace front, but sometimes find it can slip. Now the way that I describe it with alopecia is because it's going on directly onto your skin. It's like, you know, I might put a jumper on, right? There's a mohair jumper against my skin, and I might find it uncomfortable. You might put one on and you might think it's the most comfortable thing in the world, right? And the same goes for how the wig fits, and if you're finding it slipping and stuff. Everyone finds their own little way and their own little niche. Having a different cap always helps. So putting the right wig cap on helps to find that. And then also, I mean, I've just picked up another wig here to show you, right? This is a partial mono, okay? Now this partial mono, this is part of the Orchid Collection. This is Scorpio, okay? And this is in Cherry Cola. Can you see that, how gorgeous that color is?
I love that, with the copper highlight throughout.
Yeah, it's just
really pretty.
It's stunning. But the answer to your question with the alopecia and finding the right lace is we have so many different choices and so many different things. And what I probably would say to you is find one of our stockists that's near you. You can find that on our website and go in there and get a full consultation, and we will go through the whole thing. If I didn't answer that question quite enough, I'm really sorry, but please message us and I'll be right on that. So I've got time for one more question. Sorry, I'll do two more because one's small. Can you add water or heat? The question is, can you add water? Yes, you can when you're washing it. We have on our YouTube channel, please follow us on YouTube. We have kind of my good friend Daniella, the Texan Wig Fairy. She does some education as well. She'll go through that. She'll talk about the washing of wigs. Can you add heat? Yes, you can, to our heat friendly only and to our human hair ones. But to these ones, not to all of them, but for the price point. And I've got to get there. And I hate talking about price because it's such a luxury item that for me, it's not the price. But for the price of a human hair wig, you know, you can get two of them. So find a color you like and buy two, buy three, buy a wavy, buy a curly, buy a straight, you know, and change it up more, because then the more you change it up, the longer the wig will last. Fact. So my wife has a ton of super thick hair. She doesn't wear wigs often because the cap hurts her head after a while. Any suggestions? I'd like to have the girls in a wig once a week to sell more. Right. Well, that's a stylist question. Just give me a couple of hearts if any more stylists are there. I think they are. So, right. Okay. Stylist question. And I'll get into this a little bit more. But I teach people how to wrap hair. Now, in the 60s, and with Trevor Sorby, who's been a pal of mine, and I've met him on various things. Trevor, before straightening irons existed, a way of straightening hair used to be to wet hair, to wrap it round, wrap it round, wrap it round. Now, there's a clever way of wrapping it, which will get taught in some classes at some point. They will be coming at some point. I've just noticed one of my new accounts, Kendra, she's there. She's asking me about the wig classes. Please direct message me and I'll tell you when the dates are coming. We are working on that. We just need to find the right way of putting it across for now. So to ask the question about girls wearing a wig once a week in the salon, I think it's a great idea. For the ladies with the thicker hair, you know, learn either wrap it a bit more, or add a top piece. A top piece can be a great way of doing color placement. You know, so you put it on and it blends into a different color. So that gives you a little bit more. So last question here. What's the best wig cap for a first time person? Pinky, would you like to answer that?
I don't know. That's hard to say because everybody's different. I mean, basically everybody's going to use a basic nylon wig cap. To me, that works great. If it's too tight, we tend to cut it a bit. You could stick it down with a really, really like a thick gel, like we like to use the Got to Be Glued or something like that. If you have to cut the wig cap and just kind of stick it down. We can also go through that too. If somebody wants, you know, they've tried a few, if they would like to DM us, we can kind of take them through that step by step. I feel like everybody's head shape and everybody's hair is a little bit different. So that will also depend on the wig cap, you know, depending on the size and depending on the fabric. Some people are allergic to nylon, things like that. So it depends, but we usually just use a basic nylon.
Sure. Well, listen, Pinky, you are an absolute Hollywood legend. You are a superstar, and it's been. I always love chatting to you, and I always wish we could talk for longer. Like we said the other day, sometimes I look at the phone and it's like I've been talking to you for about an hour.
I know.
So listen, leave us on something funny. What's been your favourite Hollywood moment, or best celebrity story, or funniest thing that's ever happened on set?
Well, lately,
keep it clean. This is a family show.
Okay. Lately, okay, because I haven't been able to glue down some of my clients' toupees, and now it's getting sunny here in California. Everybody's putting their tops down to their cars. Guess what's happening to the toupee?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It's blowing in the wind.
Right.
So I've been having to send out some extra tape and stuff like that to make sure that they're tightened down. That's been the funniest thing, especially this last week.
So the advice would be extra tight tape if you're going to go in the convertible anywhere.
Definitely, especially since you haven't had an appointment in about 2 months.
Brilliant. Listen, Pinky, thank you for your time. And listen, everybody, please follow our YouTube channel. If you want to send us any messages, feel free. We're going to be doing a lot more lives. Daniella, our beautiful, wonderful Texan wig fairy, is also going to be doing lives. I hope you've enjoyed seeing us today. Pinky, I know in the future you're going to be doing a lot more for us, and this is the start of something fantastic. So thank you for your time. Thank you, everybody, for watching here in the UK,
Thank you.
California. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.